X-Men 97 Season 2, Episode 5 recap and review. And this will gonna be quick. Y'all, if you know me, I don't care for Wolverine at all. I really don't. I really, really don't. So I knew with this being a Wolverine centered episode, it was probably not gonna be my favorite. So biased, absolutely, but I'm being honest about it. However, the story was also about Morph and some of Wolverine's former colleagues like Sabretooth, Lady Deathstrike, and two other people I could care less about. So the premise of this episode is Wolverine is taking these people on a mission to Weapon X because they talking about they got some stuff going down there that need to be stopped. But we really find out, and I guess you can assume he really just gonna go get them claws because he's sick of these bones and he want his adamantium back. But the subplot was Morph low-key being in love with Wolverine, and you having Sabretooth and Lady Deathstrike basically telling him, you wasting your time. You gonna get your heart broke, your feelings hurt, and you gonna still wind up alone. Did Morph want to hear what they had to say? No. Because Morph was gonna do what Morph gonna do, and was gonna try their best to capture Wolverine's heart. So they helicopter crash, right? Something crashed their helicopter, and then which was like these altered creatures that ran into the propeller, all that stuff, right? So they fight a infected polar bear. They get into Weapon X, only to find out that it's been overrun by this alien species called the Brood. And somewhere along the way, when they split up and searching the grounds, Wolverine was also infected. And so now he's this Brood version of Wolverine. And now they have to take him out because if we want to survive, we're going to have to leave here, but leave him. Because if they get out, him and the rest of these Brood creatures get out into the world, it's a wrap. But in the process of them trying to stop him, they freed Omega Red, Lord Jesus. They freed Omega Red. And I'm thinking to myself, how are y'all gonna stop him? It took Storm to stop him last time, freezing him. Ain't none of y'all got the ability to do that. So I was very confused on how they was gonna do that. But in between all of that, they are still fighting Logan. They are able to trick him into getting into the pod, restoring his adamantium, but also sicking him on Omega Red. And him and Omega Red get to fighting. But wait, real quick, when he was still Brood Wolverine and Morph was fighting him, why did Morph turn into Jean? Morph turned into Jean, and that's when Wolverine stopped. Further cementing the nail in Morph's heart that he don't want you and won't ever want you. But yeah, so Wolverine now with adamantium fights Omega Red. They make the great escape. They blow up the place. They leave, and the building crumbles. I'm still thinking, how on earth did that really defeat Omega Red? Like, something is up with that, and I'm pretty sure he gonna make another appearance because that ain't gonna be enough to stop him. So they little plane ride, flight back home, pretty much Wolverine tells Morph that he can only be one thing. He can't be like Morph and be multiple things. And if you understand the subtext and you can read between the lines, you know what he's telling him. Pretty much, we'll never be together. This ain't no Mariah Carey. We belong together, because we don't. We don't, and we won't. And pretty much he told me, I'm going to just be an animal. I'm a monster. That's it. That's who I am. And Morph was like, that all you can do? That's all you can be? Well, that's sad. That hurts me, Logan. And Logan was pretty much like, what's a guy to do? So yeah, that's all that this episode had to give us. So overall, I would, biasly, I'd like to give this episode a 5 out of 10. But if I'm doing it unbiasedly, I'd say this episode was a 6.5 out of 10. The reason I'd give it that score is because I did actually enjoy the little quips that Sabretooth and Lady Deathstrike were kind of throwing at Morph to try to get them to wake up, like, turn the lights on, okay? Smell the coffee. Move on. Find somebody that's going to be able to give you what you asking and wanting. So I did like the aspect. And, of course, the fights were cool and all. But again, for me, it's just Wolverine. Those claws don't do nothing for me. I know y'all like that. And it was nice to see him come back. He's like, we back, baby. That was nice. Oh, that was cool and all. But this episode didn't really do it for me. But yay, adamantium claws. If you made it this far, thank you so much for tuning into my recap and review of X-Men 97, Season 2, Episode 5. Make sure you like, share, and leave a comment so I know what you thought about the episode. Until next time.